Hi guys, what's going on? And welcome back to episode 11 of our Medieval Total War 2 campaign as we continue to very slowly conquer the world. So, we continued our campaign, we're in the Middle East. Where are we? So, we're starting off, obviously we're sending our merchants off to go and try and collect some of these slaves and ivory that's down at the bottom of the map down here. Normally I don't bother with merchants because I find they're so easily killed, but it's kind of cool that they should be a bit out of the way here and hopefully out of the way of any of the merchants, so we should be safe to trade freely and they can hopefully earn me a bit of extra money per turn because our economy, while it's okay, is not really super strong and I'd like to get it a lot better. The rest of the Middle East I'm kind of arming up to repel the Mongols, which we know have landed, but I don't know exactly where they are, so we're going to have them to deal with at some point. I'm just trying to sort of defend all my cities. We're about to take Damascus from the rebels, but whether we're going to be able to hold it, it's only quite a small city with relatively light defences. Jerusalem does have ballista towers, I think, which should give a reasonable chance of holding, and I've got quite a few troops there, so hopefully that should hold out. And we've got more people being recruited at Gaza, which is like my main fortress in the area. And obviously Cairo and Alexandria, which are far enough back, which shouldn't really be a problem. So that's that. Over here on this side of the map, we are continuing our crusade against the Holy Roman Empire. We took quite a good chunk of their territory in Metz and Staufen, and we're pushing up towards Frankfurt over here. And we are about to go to war with Oslo, the Danish, not Oslo, to besiege Oslo, which is currently owned by the Danish, and we'll try and take sort of Denmark and Scandinavia, etc., etc., and join up with the Holy Roman Empire campaign and get it together. That's the plan. So let me just quickly have a flick through my buildings. I think I might have done this at the end of the last episode, I can't remember. I think we're all okay, but let's just have a quick flick through, check we've got as many economic buildings as we can, because I want to keep trying to get this economy stronger and stronger to support more armies. Thing to build there. Caen, York, nothing really worthwhile building there. Nottingham and back to London. Okay, so I think pretty much we're ready just to press straight into the next turn. French spies look like they're spying on me at Metz. I think we're strong enough that we don't really need to worry too much about the French. I'm assuming the Spanish and Portuguese own most of Spain, and so the French has only got half a country left, so I don't think they're going to be that strong, to be honest. The Mongols are going to be a problem for me ultimately. We're captured here just by waiting. We'll certainly exterminate them because they look like they were pretty unhappy. A Woodsman Guild. Doing that along with them. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. I don't really know what it gives me. It doesn't really specify. Experience bonus for archers recruited, +1. Oh, okay. Kind of cool. I've taken Damascus and I got a bit of money for it. Cool. And our economy's still looking relatively healthy. Still no sign of the Mongols though, which is obviously a worry because we know they're around here somewhere. And obviously it looks like Damascus is just a completely flattened and ruined little town with now quite a low population after I just exterminated everyone and burnt everything to the ground. Poland hates me. Polish Cardinal got promoted. A couple of people at Gaza, and then it's just retraining, so that's fine. We've not got any unexpected recruitment. And quite a lot of stuff has been built. Hopefully our trade value is increasing, which it is. We killed all them. Still massively losing to Denmark financially. And London is ready to upgrade to a huge city. So we'll set that off as our primary thing. And then let's just flick through my cities, what needs to be built. So, Bruges, we could have increasing tradable goods, which is probably what I'm going to go to. Because there's quite a lot coming out of this port by the looks of it. Yes, let's go with that. So we've got about 20,000 to spend. Metz is going to build there, Staufen's going to build. Gaza. So really we want to be building this up militarily, to be honest. It's probably the main thing I would be thinking of. Catapult maker, not really useful shipwright. Probably the jousting lists them for experience bonus. Accurate does need to be getting better. So we'll probably have a practice range because it gives us at least some semi-decent archers to be able to man our walls. We can recruit when these Mongols turn up. Jeddah. It's largely just a small little town. It's going to be an economic place. Dublin nothing, Carnarvon nothing. Rennes probably has something. What should we give it? Well, I guess again shipwright for trading goods will probably be the logical thing, I guess. And Caen itself we might also have this as a bit of a military place because it's always traditionally what it is and what it would make sense to have it as in our town. And then heavy mail probably with Nottingham. Cool, and we're back down to London. So let's first deal with, well, let's probably first deal with our
Be gone.
where's that army?
You command me, sire.
Drive this guy off. We should be able to auto-resolve that.
Victory! Nothing can stop us,
And
sire.
lay siege to Frankfurt.
Yes, sire.
So it's like, oh, it's their
Moving to crush
capital.
the enemy.
It's kind of a fairly major settlement.
Besieging the cowards, my liege.
There's actually quite a
Patiently
few
awaiting
enemy
to
armies.
breach and butcher, sire. Yes.
Yeah, we'll have a couple of mercenary units. It's costing us a lot in the short term, but in the long run I think it's probably the right move to do. Okay, so let's go to war with the
Hail, my
Danish.
king. By your will, sire, we shall engage.
So we are
They
going to siege
siege
Oslo.
those ships ready.
Let's sink their fleet. You can only auto-resolve that. Oh, we actually lost a ship. Ships deployed, ships sunk. I won, but I lost a boat
Our people rule these waters.
in the process. Shame. Okay, but we should be able to get Oslo next turn. So now war with the Danish, of course. So we've got to be a bit careful, make sure we don't get attacked by anyone, but I don't think we should really. I mean, they could come for Antwerp, but I would have thought they would do. I think we should be safe. So if not, let's just retrain these units up. We can have mercenary. Their attack is shocking. Okay. All these places are okay, so we're pretty much done over here. Nothing else to do over this part of the country, I don't think. So let's head back over to the Middle East. We've got our merchants. So let's set him off on slaves. This guy, because he's a little bit more trained, got a bit more experience, is going to be going towards the ivory as well. So making 336 per turn.
I have rested, sire.
So our merchant trade is generating a little bit of income. It's increasing our money a little bit. It's certainly no bad thing. We should probably have some more troops from Gaza, which we can now move as well.
Sire. Orders.
Which we do. That's going to be 3, so who are we going to move from Jerusalem onwards?
Orders, my lord.
Will a troop from here make it to Damascus in a day? No, they won't. Are we going to leave these troops here at Damascus? Yeah, okay, let's just move
My lord.
3 of you on from here to
As you wish.
Acre, and then that allows me to put 3 more from Gaza
Sire.
over to Jerusalem. Because Jerusalem will garrison, and that means I'm building up a semi-decent army over in Acre. Hopefully all my commanders are moving. I could do with more leaders over this part of the world. That's my biggest problem as well. I've got one in Jerusalem. I could do with some of these people having children that come of age, because I can only have these people so long, and I really can't afford to lose any of them. Look, Odessa is being captured by the Turks. I just wonder where these Mongols are going to come from. That's my...
Hail, my king.
If he leaves Jerusalem, I might put a watchtower, say, here. How bad would that be
Hail,
for
my
public
king.
order? Pretty bad. No, we can't afford to do that. That does just cause too much
Hail,
unhappiness.
my king.
We have to build more churches here, I think, to try and increase happiness as well. Okay, so we've got that to deal with. Other than that, I think we're okay on this part of the world now, by the looks of things. So, yeah, that's pretty much the end of this turn. Next turn. I can't believe... I really expected the French to have declared war on me at some point, but they seem to have managed to stop themselves so far. Looks like maybe they're going to make a defence of me on Frankfurt. I don't think they have enough troops to defend me, though, really. Oh, the Spanish are going to war with me with a handful of people. Seems a bit pointless, but there we go. I don't think they're going to be losing that fight.
Sire. They bring the fight to our walls.
State, the Mongols still haven't turned up, but I know they're close. I just don't know where they spawn from. That's the problem. I'm going to get excommunicated because I'm not going to give up my siege of Frankfurt. If I look back at it, if he was part of your empire, I want Nuremberg to become part of it.
An order.
Well, first thing first, let's get
They'll
excommunicated.
wish they'd never been born, sire.
It's a fairly even battle. Well, let's lead it personally.
Show no
And
mercy.
make sure we don't lose
Kill
this.
them all.
This will get us excommunicated, of course, which is going to cause us a few public order problems, but you just have to deal with that. I mean, there's no way around that, really. Just have to wait till the Pope dies and then someone else comes into power. Because it will fall out with the Pope over the Danish as well, which I'm currently invading. So, let's just get these people.
The enemy have brought up more men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in gallantry.
What's longbowmen? Levy spearmen, definitely. I think our people are probably a bit too close up to the wall, really. We're going to be a bit vulnerable to arrow fire, I should have thought. Where are the enemy troops coming from? Behind us. Is that? Perfect. That makes life a little bit easier. Okay, so you're my longbowman, not you. Why a longbowman on the ram? Drop the ram. Okay, you move that. Then what have we got? Some levies. Form up in front of them. Quickly now. And got a general. To move up this way. So we are looking good. Looks like our longbows are going to start to open fire soon if they face the right way. You into a unit, sorry. I don't know who you think you're shooting at. Just you can cease fire for now. Not doing anything useful. These guys just need to get up these walls. What's defending them? Crossbow militia and spear militia. I have a bit of a tough fight getting up the initial walls, but we should be able to do it. And then we'll meet these guys in battle. This is their relieving army. I think they're going to get cut down pretty easily. It's a lot easier to take them just on the flat than it is on the walls, so that's why I'm pleased they've spawned behind me. And all these troops should start going up the ladder. Various levels of armour. Some of them are lightly armoured. One of them is even very heavily armoured. An elite unit. These guys are not yet in range. Our battering ram is going for the wall, but our troops should be starting to get up the walls, which they are. I think we should be able to overwhelm this crossbow militia. We'll take casualties in the initial bit, but I think we've got enough of us to overwhelm them. Don't know what they're doing. Same here, we're starting to make a bit of a patch into the wall now on both sides. Be a bit of a tough fight as it always is, but you know, we're also nearly through the gates as well.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Oh, they're through the gates, they're charging. They were just that desperate to get out. Yeah, put the ram there and then just tap these guys. Let's just bring up reinforcements in the form of these guys. Through the gate. Okay, now you can open fire. Hopefully you're going to turn around and face that way to open fire, which is what you should be doing. Oh, one arrow's away. Okay. We should slowly fight our way down here. It looks like we're having a bit of a hard time, so our repeating people are retreating from the walls by the looks of it. You try and get into the centre here. You are having a fighting the town militia over there. Going to take quite a few casualties outside these walls because they're kind of stuck there.
The Lord is with us today. We've captured the enemy's walls.
Come on, focus. Just try and get in range of their blisters if you can. Well, actually, why am I bothering?
Very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Let's do that. It's far easier.
The enemy general has no honour. He flees the field of battle.
These guys are just trying to push straight through us by the looks of it to get into the city. It doesn't look like they're expecting to actually have to fight us.
can rest.
Then we'll take out the
Our
ballista.
leisure.
Just do a captain. And we should slowly be taking the walls. Right, let's go and get into the back of these spear militia. Driving those guys back, hopefully. Where's these guys? They're just killing the ballistas. They should really have been to capture.
They have lost half their men.
Let's get back to the gates. Hopefully we can capture these guys as they try and come through this gateway.
Run them down.
You can stop firing. Okay, we're now starting to capture this gateway.
Bloodied. They have lost half their men.
You take up position on that gateway. You can move. Just trying to kill as many as possible as they get the way through this gateway. The amount of prisoners we are taking is obscene. Okay, and then basically, guys, just onwards to victory. There's not a lot left of the enemy army. Set ourselves on a little bit of a fast forward. Let's get our general inside the city. All our experienced and heavily armoured knights. This guy's obviously got a lot of experience, he's silver. These guys are just a mass now, hopefully just killing off whatever they can. A couple of enemy mailed knights should be able to kill fairly easily.
If we continue like this, we will.
Ooh, it started raining. You can probably hear that on the microphone, I would assume. Where the hell are you two twats going? Come on. Well, just getting shot for the sake of it. These guys are actually losing against these town militia. It's a bit unfortunate. Come on, people. Get down here. Get your act together. Just get them close to this gateway, and then I'll order them to assault these guys from behind. We'll take our less experienced general. Okay, so now we've got a few more enemies' bodyguard coming. Just get our massive troops. Hopefully they're not too tired to be close to routing or anything like that. I'll just get stuck in to the fight.
Our men are winning
Right,
the
it's
battle.
really raining now.
If we continue like this, we will.
I bet that's going to be quite loud on the microphone. Sorry about that. It's inconvenient. Try and sneak through around that side if we can. And try and get these infantry to head onto them. Not you. Oops, I'm going to get charged by that general's bodyguard. And try and get our infantry to assault it from the rear if we can. And get our spearmen to start to rack up some casualties against them. We'll bring in our second general's bodyguard just in case. Because this guy actually quite a few casualties. Where is the general? Oh, he's far enough back to not be a massive threat. There's still a couple of spearmen kicking around. Some town militia there. Forming a bit of a barricade, stopping some of my infantry from getting up. You guys might actually kill that unit there then. These bloody town militia are causing me a right pain in the arse. So let's get a good unit of levy spearmen in. They probably won't be here in time, but you never know. Because our general is having a bit of a rum old time of this. I don't really want him to go and get himself killed if he can help it. But it's still 22 enemy
By St. George,
cavalry.
our men have taken control of the city.
There we go, they're pulling away from there. Oh no, he has died. Howard of Hertford! No, Howard! Well, I might as well keep these guys back fully on the offensive then.
Enemy king lies dead.
Oh, okay,
slain
well,
by our gallant warriors.
the Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, or Howard of Hertford, I suppose it's a fair trade. We've got these guys surrounded now. We're definitely going to win this. You can see that spear militia slowly moving up. And then we'll soon have, we'll get obviously get excommunicated, but then we'll have Frankfurt and our power. So that's hopefully quite a profitable city. There's apparently a little bit of enemy resources remaining. Where's this remaining enemy? Oh. Alright, there's a guy.
The enemy army, all of Christendom will be
350 men. Took a few casualties there, didn't we? We've actually had a few difficulties getting those walls, but I think we just outdone with them sufficiently that it wasn't too much of a problem. Nope. Okay, so we're in Frankfurt. That's quite a big one, I think, for us. Particularly there being their capital as well. And their emperor is now dead as well. That's a real win. But we will get excommunicated.
Such is the
How much they don't hate us, so we'll probably just sack the settlement.
Victory! These people now
Poor Howard.
before us, my lord.
The relations worsen, they hate me. King Rufus is now a veteran warrior. They hate me. Now at war with each other, Spain hates me. Things have been built. A few people have done sorted stuff. Some large stone walls in Antwerp. And Lisbon has been besieged. Okay, cool. Doesn't sound like we actually even got excommunicated. Oh, no. I haven't. I just didn't get a message. So. Wow, a lot of people to retrain here. For this turn, though, we'll go with that. Okay, so we can have a mining network. We'll increase our profitability a little bit. Nothing needs to be repaired by the looks of it. It's a fairly extensive city. It's kind of cool. Let's just start construction of the mines. Yeah, so we're now in quite a nice little chunk of territory here as well. Hamburg looks like it's owned by the Holy Roman Empire. It doesn't look like the Danish having a lot of fun. Oslo, obviously, this should just be an auto-resolve. Probably just occupy it, to be honest, because I'd rather not damage it any more than I have to. So hopefully that's increased. What's our income now? 16,000 PS. Not too bad. Could still be better though, couldn't it? But we are being besieged by people. I would probably have peace with the Holy Roman now if they wanted it, but if they don't, then I'm happy to continue the war. I'm pretty sure we can just drive these Spanish straight off, to be honest.
Yes. Yes, sire. Moving to crush victory.
Go away and leave me alone. I can't repair anyone by the looks of it, so we'll just have to leave them there to do that. That's fine. So I think we've sorted out around this part of the world now, aren't we? Are we gonna? I don't know who we're gonna leave there. Perhaps just some of those 3 units of spearmen, and the rest can perhaps either land to go for Aarhus, or are we going to go for Stockholm on the other side of the world? I don't know yet. We shall see. But that's it. So Middle East. Any sign of the Mongols? Not yet. Jerusalem is getting increasingly unhappy. Why? Mostly religious unrest, a bit of distance to the capital, and a bit of squalor. What is the religion? 36% Catholic. Quite a lot of heretics. Let's recruit a priest then. Will it be a wise thing to do? And set this guy to go towards there. Is he earning a little bit more per turn? Not really, still got quite a long way to go. Even Cairo is getting a bit unhappy. I guess because I've been excommunicated, it certainly hasn't helped yet. It gives 20% negative modifier everywhere, so it's making everyone a bit more unhappy than usual. Damascus is still got a lot to build there. Did I check my building rosters? Make sure everyone's building something just quickly. Or whatever that I want to be building something. Mostly, doesn't look like a lot got built here that wasn't already being sorted. Might as well have that for profiteering. Venice, nothing to build there. Edinburgh is building. York, nothing to build. Nottingham is building. And back to London. Excellent. Okay, so our empire's really starting to expand a little bit now, isn't it? Things are starting to look a little bit better for us. So let's continue through to the next turn. Oh, Bruges has suddenly become very unhappy. Could do with getting recommunicated, really, I suppose. That's the negative public order modifier. That is kind of a pain.
Greetings. I come bearing word
I'm
for
not
you
paying
today.
you 6,700 per turn. No.
Goodbye.
6,700 per turn for an alliance with Hungary. I don't really need you. I'm on the other side of the map. I'm still expecting these Mongols to turn up any moment. They still haven't they? Faction leader, our King Rufus is dead. Oh. Oh, I've been reconciled. Maybe that's because my monarch died. He hates us, but we are no longer reconciled. That's improved my public order. Although we're probably going to get punished again when I go to declare war with all these other places. Oh, France has declared war on me as well. It's raining again. Okay. We're largely okay. We've just got to be careful to have enough troops to defend. But I think we probably do, to be honest. We're not lightly garrisoned particularly anywhere, are we? No, I think we're okay with all these places. So, priest in Jerusalem, we know that.
Yes, Your Highness.
Okay, you can go around there. So our public profits are starting to pick up a little bit now. Let's make that a little bit better with our other priests.
At your service.
Yes, and I should be trading there as well, so my merchant income should be a little bit higher. I'm hoping that this guy will slowly start to, now getting more training. Knowledge of customs, now he's making 190 per turn.
At your service.
It should proportionally start to pick up more and more.
At your service.
I don't know what else we've got. I've got these spices. Which is possibly a good sign. Is there anything else really valuable around here? There's lots of invaluable things. Sugar with 138 per turn. What's that? Can you
God's servant.
get out of the way?
In God's.
I've never really done much with priests, you see, the merchant. Sugar, cotton. It's quite a valuable part of the world. This is. You can make quite a bit of money. I wonder if trade routes affect much of it as well. I don't know. More sugar there, you see. Timber only worth 20. Cotton is also something valuable. So you're starting to get more merchants around here again. So it's not worth trying to compete with these guys, I think. Wow, a lot got built, so we're going to have to go through all our construction queues. New faction leader King Edward is in there. Okay. He's already old, he's already 51. But anyway, we still hold Frankfurt, there's no monarch there anymore, which is a bit of a pain. Obviously we're at war with the French as well.
Hail, mate. Your will, sire. Yes.
Let's get you going around. That way you can get to Antwerp and then from there you can probably move through our own territory over to Frankfurt. A jihad has been called by Lakin the missionary. Oh, okay, Baghdad is over there. Oh, so that's where the Mongols have come from, because they said Baghdad was where they spawned, wasn't it? Okay, the threat is coming. I'll have a town militia. I'll have anything I can get my hands on. So let's continue to build up there. Right, let me sort out my building queues. Probably a wise thing to do. Paris. What are they going to build out of Paris? Just an abbey or something like that. Just keep everyone happy. Now we're building. We can turn that off for a start. Oslo, obviously building its castle. Dongola. You know, I wonder if I built. I can't actually, but if you build like things that increase. Well, if I build a port, does that increase my profitability of things like ivory? Don't know. Alexandria. Don't know what I'm going to build here. Do we build a barracks? Yeah, because at least it improves public order, doesn't it? Yeah, to law. Cairo is building. Gaza, what are they going to build here? Roads? Would that be the logical thing to be doing? Perhaps. Catapult maker. Not really anything I'm ever going to be using, is it? Everyone else is building. This is building. Jeddah. You can build just a bit more of an upgrade to a castle. Dublin, we know. And back to London. Okay, cool. So I'm probably going to leave here then with
Hail my king,
all you lot
sire.
aboard your boat.
Yes,
And then be thrown out here.
sire. Aye, sire.
I'm not actually sure where the enemy city is there. So I think we should just try and get there and lay siege almost straight away. We've got a few mercenaries available to hire. So I think we might as well do that, enlarge our army, and then next turn, straight to our house.
As you command, my liege. Ships
And then probably have to send our navy back for repairing as well at some point. Okay, we're looking pretty good then, aren't we? So on to the next turn. We've got the Spanish troops. Well, we've got quite a few people. The French, the Spanish. I'm not really in a position to launch much of a counterattack against the French, to be honest. Well, I could start to recruit more troops out of Caen, I suppose. Start to ready up a little bit of an army. I've mostly sent my troops crusading up against the Holy Roman Empire, haven't I? And against the Danish. A war with so many different people. Byzantines. Oh, it looks like the Danish are building their army up in our house a little bit. Pope is dead. Good. New Pope. He hates me. Why do all the popes always hate me? I suppose I never do them many favours.
As you wish.
Wow, there's a lot of people here. Okay. Let's get you to go and lay siege to our house. That's the first thing to do.
Your will, sire, we shall engage.
It'll be a bit of a tough battle, I think.
Siege, noble sire.
And they've got some decent units by the looks of things. They only had an attack of 7. What's our attack? 13. Yeah. Perhaps they're not that good. Are they just a militia? Danish polo. Yes, it's just a militia. That might not be that bad. Too hard then.
Fleet ready, sire.
They don't really appear to have a port or anything.
A fine day to sail.
Oh, well, I'll blockade that.
We have their port blockaded, sire.
It looks like the Danish have had a bit of a tough time of it. They own Stockholm over here. Our house looks like the last major city. We've got Hamburg. This is a major fortress here. I know it is. It starts off as a really high tier sort of thing. So let's continue to retrain all this miserable lot, which we are doing slowly. Because if we can get these back up to strength, then that'll certainly be no bad thing. Although I don't know if we're actually getting any. No, we're actually retraining them. We're just giving them better armour, I think, by the looks of it. Which isn't actually quite what I had in mind. So, we do my building queues as usual. The dull bit of the game. But it has to be done. Bruges. Naval Academy, probably. No. Turn that off. Don't want auto control. What we're going to build here at Accra, we've got our bow built, so we'll go for a blacksmith to start to improve body armor levels. Jerusalem, I think probably we need to be looking at public order things. So, brothel always increases happiness, but probably do an abbey because it seems to be religion is the biggest upheaval going on there at the moment. Yep. Edinburgh's currently building. York nothing to build. And back to London. Okay. Working pretty good. And I think our income's starting to look pretty decent as well. Given trade's looking pretty strong, which is what I am pleased with.
Yes.
So we've got our English beast wandering around. Still no signs of the Mongols there.
God's servant. God speed. Continuing once I have rested.
Do we need to be training more troops out of Accra? Probably. Getting more people pushed forwards and up sort of across the cities. Probably what we should be doing. We've not got any more sort of just generals kicking around, have we really? No. I'm still short on generals, that's my biggest one. Still short on them.
At your service.
How are you doing? 190 per turn.
At your service.
336 still. Okay, over at this part of the world, we know what we're doing, don't we? We did that this turn, I assume. We did.
As you command,
Got all that planned out. Let's recruit a few people out of Caen if we can. Because, you know, we're going to have to go to do something against these French if they're going to keep sort of causing us problems. just recruit a couple of people there. Make sure this is all well enough defended. Maybe a quick couple of militia out of Bruges as well. Okay, next turn. Just so these places can defend themselves. I don't want to get caught out by something silly. Ooh, looks like someone just died. Was that me? So Rennes is going to be under siege. But again, I think it looks like the French army is actually smaller than us, so I don't think that's going to be a massive problem for us, to be honest.
The enemy has surrounded us.
Blimey, we're at 35 minutes already. These episodes go so quickly. I do really enjoy these episodes. I'm filming a few at once today, so I've got a few ready to put out over time. Spanish? Is that diplomacy? No. Just trying to bribe us. I will try and perhaps assault Denmark in the next episode, probably, because if we capture our house, that'll be a pretty critical one. Master Theologians Guild. Okay. You see, again, I'm going to get excommunicated because I'm not prepared to cease hostilities against Denmark. Lines announced. Feudal Knights out of there. Bruges Spear Militia, Paris Archer Militia, Gaza Swordsman. A lot of people recruited that turn, wasn't there? That's going to have increased my army upkeep a fair chunk, I should have thought. Yeah, it did. But we know what we're doing. Anyway, I think we'll end the turn there. Just make sure we've got that done. And then we'll continue on with this on the next episode, episode 12. So thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this episode of Medieval Total War 2. If you have, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel for lots more Total War Arena content. And I shall see you all on the next episode.